Okay, so today we're going to clip Marley dog's nails. Marley is a Rottweiler and a Pit Bull cross, and we adopted him from a very nice family that didn't have enough time for him, so they were kind enough to give him to us, and we just adore him. So you can see these nails need to be clipped. He gets them clipped about once a month, and Rottweilers in general are not very good for their nails being clipped, but Marley tries his very darndest to be a good boy. So we'll see how he does today. There's two different methods that you can use. The first one is the clipper. I love these scissor type of nail clippers. And what you're going to do is you're going to take your clipper right onto the pad of the dog, and then you angle this up about 30 to 45 degrees. And this is where you clip. What a guy, Marley. So if you get it right, Marley, stay still, you're going to see a little pulp, which we don't have. So I'm going to take another sliver and see if we can find that pulp, which is going to be right in front of the quick. Not quite. Good boy, Marley. Oh, what a good boy he is. And now we have it. Okay, so if I did one more, we would get blood, which I don't want to do because it's not worth it to me to lose his trust. But this is right where you want to be to keep the quicks reseating. So once we get to this spot, then we know that the quicks are going to go back. So I'm going to put this down so you can see. I'm going to put it down here. Okay, that's how much we took off. So if you have a dog that's too jerky for you to pull his foot up and do it, you also, if you have to go quickly, can go flat with the bottom of wherever your space is. So I'm going to go just flat with his surface and clip quickly. Okay, and actually we hit it just right because that's the pulp that we want that's going to hit before the quick. You can see I took off about 1/4 of an inch. Okay, and I'm going to do it this way again. So keep your clippers flat, and just the space of me pivoting the scissors is going to take this up about 1/4 inch. And you want to make sure that when you clip, you're not going to be clipping into his actual pad or his foot. So stay back here, go as quick as you possibly can. And if you are going to make him bleed, you don't want to make him suffer through it. And I did get a little bit close on that one. So you can see how that's how the pulp feeds out. So I'm going to get some quick stop. Sorry about that, buddy. And you can see if you do it quickly, they don't even feel it. It's actually making them go through the motion of going so slowly that drives these dogs crazy. So this is styptic powder. I'm going to just take this, stick it right on the nail, and add a little pressure. Sorry, buddy, and tell your dog you're sorry. I know. He's such a good boy. And then I rub it sideways. Now you want to make sure and rinse your finger because you don't want the styptic powder in his eyes or your eyes. So close the styptic powder up. So my motto is whether you do it wrong or whether you do it right, just do it fast because it's so much easier on the dog. Okay, now on this one, I'm going to lift this foot up because typically he pivots a lot. He goes side to side, and so his outside nails are shorter and don't need as much clipped as the inside nails because he doesn't go straight running. So I have to look a little bit more. I'm going to stick my clippers here. I'm going to go up 30 degrees. And I still need to get a little bit more. So I'm just going to take another sliver. I know, buddy, and I got it. Okay, that's just the beginning. So take another look at all these fingers. That's what you want to see on a black dog. Now I'm going to get his dew claw. And this is a little trickier to get. You kind of have to pull it away. And you're just going to have to take a little bit of time until you find the pulp. And I did find it right away. And Marley is such a good boy. Okay, so this is what this looks like. I'm going to have you look at the other nail to see. Come here, buddy. Come on. Okay, so these are clipped. You're not going to hear any clicking on the floor. These are not clipped. They were done just a month ago, and they need to be done. So I'm going to show you one more method, and that's with the dremel. You can get these at Walmart. Just don't get the cheap ones. You want the ones that are about 40 bucks. This has 7.2 volts. And if you have a dog with a lot of hair, make sure you keep that hair away because it'll spin up in here and scare you and scare the dog. So Marley actually does better with the Dremel. So you're going to start with the hardest one to get. So I'm going to pull that dew claw out. The plus side of using a Dremel is you feel more secure using it. The negative side is you really can't tell when you hit pull. So you have a higher risk of not going far enough with a Dremel because you think you have it when you actually don't. So I like to round the edges off. This is great for anyone with hardwood floors, which we have. And just based on how far I took off of his other dew claw, I'm going to stop right there. So you can see this is how much I want to take off because of that point. So I'm going to go right to where my thumb is. You have to add a little pressure. Go side to side. Oh, what a good boy. It's very common for the dogs to turn away because they're scared. They're not into it. The same as trying to get a shot. You don't want to look while you're getting a shot. It's just scary. So I take all the edges off. I have this on high. Make sure you don't hit their pad because it does not feel good. Okay, so let's see how this looks compared to this other one. Okay, so we're getting it. All right, we're going to start with this one. I'm going to take about the same amount off, about 1/4 inch. And you can kind of see where the nail gets pointed and gets a little thinner. I'm going to take all that off and leave this blunt edge. What a boy, Marley. Okay, now I'm going to take off 1/4 inch here. Such a good boy. Now you don't want to leave your hands on a dog that you don't trust. And Marley does try to scare me once in a while, but if I hit blood, I don't blame him. He's a very good boy. Okay, this Dremel works so fast. And I'm going to take about that much off of this one. Hey, be nice now. I know, that feels kind of funny. And they do get kind of funny about their pinkies, kind of like you and I feel vulnerable with your pinky fingers. They feel the same way. So I try my best not to manipulate his finger out any further than I need to for me to get it. Okay, now we can still round off this foot just on the edges because I have hardwood floors. This is also something that I always do if I have an older client who has skin that rips really easily. Just take the edges off. Okay, so Marley, let's show him your new feet. This is what we need to do once a month for the health and long-term life of a dog, so they can always walk easily and never have to walk on the front of their feet or the back of their feet. They always can center their feet because their nails aren't going to be in the way. Okay, so I'm going to do the back feet real quick because they're a little harder to get to, so I'm just going to take my 30-degree angle, and you see how I just keep his body where he wants it to be as close as I can. You don't want to pull their feet way out. It makes them uncomfortable. That's a little closer I need to go. Same here. Now make sure if you're going fast that you don't clip any parts that you shouldn't be clipping. Okay, we took about 1/4 inch off, and you can see if you put your hand flat on the bottom, he can center his foot no problem. His nails don't touch. He should be a happier camper, and I should be too. Now I can Dremel these or I can not Dremel them. He's going to be here at the shop all day, so he has all day to wear these down. But the front ones, I wanted to show you what a healthy nail length looks like. When you look at the bottom, you don't want to see, you want to see at least 1/4 inch of space. You don't want those nails touching the floor. And when you're clipping, look for the pulp in the middle. For black dogs, it's a black pulp. For white dogs, it's a pink pulp, and for chocolate dogs, it's chocolate pulp. Hope that helps. Happy nail trimming!